I work in a small retail store, specifically a men's clothing store where we primarily focus on suits. Overall, this job is fairly easy and straightforward, but there is one aspect that makes it difficult. Customers. Not the usual easy customers that actually come in to buy stuff, I mean the problem customers. Most of them don't even know it, but they do things that cause extra stress for the employees. I just assume they want a reason to yell at our manager because they can't yell at their own without consequence. Karen. Here's the perspective from the employee in these situations. A big issue I see is the customer coming in right before we close. You aren't making any friends when you run up to the door 5 minutes before closing. It's already depressing leaving work when it's dark outside. Now you just made it worse. We'll still welcome you in, but it'll be more like the phrase "welcome the Starks." None of us want to be in our retail prisons any longer than necessary, and you are the only thing between us and our loved ones. Believe it or not, there is actually something you can do that makes it even worse. Paying in cash. We have to hand count and balance the cash drawers at the end of the night. If you pay with cash, especially right before we close, you just added even more time to our night because we have to start all over again. If you start dumping coins out seconds before I should be walking out that door, I'll just assume you're confused and I'll point you in the direction of the nearest coin star. More often than not, when you call a store and ask what time we close, we'll lie to you. It's common practice to tell people the store closes at least 30 minutes earlier than we actually do. This is because we know that if we tell you we close at 8 o'clock, you'll mosey in at 7:55 and finish checking out at about 8:25. Another thing to keep in mind for smaller stores is that some corporate employers don't allot extra hours for the sales staff. If an employee goes over their hours, corporate will share a nasty little message through their management chain letting them know that they're doing something they aren't supposed to, which in turn could lead to formal reprimands and potentially threaten the employee's job. So, customers who force us to stay open late, you have the potential to ruin our livelihood. Neat. Also, if you're keeping us late, apologizing doesn't help. At that point, you know you're wrong, and you're doing it anyway. Just remember, the next time you feel exhausted at the end of a long workday, and all you want to do is go home, that is the same feeling retail employees have at night just before the store closes. The only difference is that they have been fake smiling at people for hours and now have to do it even longer than expected because you wanted to stay past closing. So, don't do that. Neat.